Hello everyone, welcome back to my anime journal. And it's been actually a little bit of time since I've recorded one of these because, well, partly because I haven't really watched much, but, well, that's kind of the main reason. No, um, in the last couple days I've been watching a lot of Horimiya, so I think this will actually contain a lot of anime this episode, just so that we can kind of clear the way and get rid of all the crap I've seen recently. Um, but we're starting out with Sugar Apple Fairy Tale, and this is the one people talked about of like, oh, it's typical isekai, but this time it's a guy who's the slave instead of the girl. Hooray! um, which isn't untrue. Like, not that that's been, what was it? There was a worse one. Oh, God, I can't remember the name of it, but I know there was like some weird anime a long time ago that was like a very like young girl who's told that every girl needs like a harem of men. Just like this is just like a mandated thing that everyone needs a harem of men in order to like fully like provide for them, which was a very concerning plot. This is not quite the same way. Uh, she is at a higher social rank than this dude, um, but there's just one of him. It's not like she needs to like gotta catch them all. Gotta like get five boys around you so that like your needs are satisfied. um, and he does. He does a good job. He's a good fighter. He's a bit of a lover as well. Um, and he just kind of does the things he needs to. Uh, Also, the main girl, she's actually really pretty, and she keeps on talking about herself as being like, "Oh, I'm an adult. Stop treating me like a kid." I think she's like 16. But but that's like all she talks about is like, "Stop treating me like a kid. I'm an adult now," and it's like you're not. Like you're actually not. Um, but um, yeah, she's pretty. She has like this long brown hair, and she has a bit of lip gloss on, which is cute. Like anime lips are often just like ignored. Like they often don't really exist, so it's kind of cute to have that as a part of the art style. Um, but yeah, overall, like it didn't like plot wise, it didn't feel as concerning as people made it out to be. Um, but I mostly kind of just found it boring. Like there just wasn't anything particularly interesting happening for most of the show. So that's problematic. Oh, God, there's a part two. Has not aired yet, but it will air next season. Um, but yeah, overall, like I don't know, cause I guess in terms of generic like isekai, it's not isekai. She is born there, but it's in terms of that kind of like high fantasy genre. It's just kind of plain. Like it doesn't really do much of anything that's interesting. Well, it's heard it exists. So if you like fantasy stuff and just need like another thing to fill 5 hours of your time, like it's not the worst thing you could watch. But at the same time, actually, worse anime might be more interesting. Um, yeah. Let's see. No, the let's see. Is there any? Oh, what if Garcia's Wing was a terrible fantasy anime? Yeah, I can't really think of anything at the top of my mind, but I think a lot of them just fall into like the sort of humdrum, generic, mediocre sort of section. Um, in fact, there's another anime I watched in this very collection that's exactly like that. In fact, not even an anime, a donghua. But anyway, so yeah, there's just not much to say about that. And moving on, we have Arisa Good Luck, which is an OVA for each voice. I guess it's not like a moan. Like, ooh. What's an H voice? Um, yeah, Arisa Good Luck was bad. Accidentally fighting suits. Oh, so it's a bit mecha-y. I don't know. It's an old OVA though, and it's garbage. Which most old OVAs are. And oh yeah, yep. Yeah. It's unremarkable. I did watch it. It's just even like 2 weeks or something is enough to be like, yeah, I like really can't remember much of anything. It's just garbage. Um, After that, I watched Bang Dream 5th Anniversary Animation Circle Thanks Party. That was a string of words. What the hell is Circle Thanks Party? Um, yeah, it's just a 2 episode OVA and it's cute. It's just more of Bang Dream, and and they had a really cute little music video at the end for I don't know. They're all very pretty. And wait, I think this one had a couple bands in it. Yeah, like we have the main ones. What's it called? Um, Poppin' Party, but there's other groups here as well, and I don't know. It's only 2 episodes, so it's not like we get to see much of any of them, but it's cute, and there's a lot of cute girls, and I don't know. It's still like it's the CGI, same kind of art style as season 2 and 3, but I don't know. It was fun. It's kind of nice to have it as 2 episodes and not just one, because one episode isn't really much. So I appreciated that. And it's Bang Dream. Like what's to complain about? Um, and next one I watched actually had some things to say about it. I actually watched a movie, Blue Thermal, and Blue Thermal. I don't know if this is an actual term. Probably not. Tries out for the tennis club. Oh yeah, the tennis club. But no, blue thermal. I think canonically, blue thermal refers to an aviation move, and so this is aviation as a sport. Like they're like racing and stuff. Yeah, yeah. I think they're racing, but they're also like trying to get the most points and stuff like that. So it's not like it's definitely not like military aviation. It's just they're they're just competing competing in like a kind of sports sort of environment. No real danger. I guess in a similar way to say like Girls on Panzer is like it's tanks, but they're not in any danger. They're just doing it as a sport. And so this is I guess adjacent to that. It is a fairly different feel from Girls on Panzer though. And um oh yeah, there wasn't really a romantic vibe to it, but the main girl says that like of her kind of list of like dreams and aspirations, she says she wants to find a boyfriend, and it's like, how about this dude? He's in the club as well. Do you want him? He's we are now forcing him upon you as your new boyfriend, and he's just like, I didn't sign up for this. Um, but um, but yeah, it's a fun anime. Also, there's the one chick who they're all like expected to wear. They kind of just have like a dress code of wearing these white one white overalls or coveralls. I guess they're probably coveralls, right? Um, but yeah, that's kind of what they're expected to wear, and and it's like the leader of the group has is the only one with permission to wear a different color of coveralls, and then there's just this one chick who wears pink ones instead. And it's like, oh, that's cute wearing pink. It's I don't know, it's a kind of cute outfit, and then she gets yelled at for it. But they don't force her to wear something else. So it's like she's kind of yelled at, and I was like, well, it's not like you're gonna return it now. Um, but yeah, overall, I thought it was cute. It was cute. Like the art is cute. It's kind of it's a neat take. And plot wise, I thought it was kind of cool, like seeing this girl's journey. The main girl is also just I don't know fun to be around. I guess she's a bit of a tomboy. Kind of have to be interested in aviation. Um, but but yeah, she's nice, and it's kind of a cool idea. And there is another anime I watched about aviation that oh god, what was it called again? There was another one I watched that was just awful. Um, what was it? Lilia, right? Allison to Lilia, I think it was. Uh, Allison to Lilia. That's also about aviation that I thought was a lot worse. And it was a lot longer as well. Maybe that's why I thought it was worse. I think because I think the first bit of Allison to Lilia wasn't bad. It was more that it kept dragging on, and it's like, God, when will it end? It's just like the concept just wasn't good enough to justify 26 episodes. Um, Whereas Blue Thermal being like it's only 100 minutes, and it's a concept that you don't really need more than 100 minutes of. It's cute. You watch it and it's done, and that's really all you need. So if you're interested in watching an anime about cute girls and boys, the boys are cute too, and it's really about as many of them as there are of the girls. But yeah, if you like an anime about people doing aviation, it's not a bad choice. It's pretty good. Um, oh yeah, they had there was definitely a plot to it, but yeah, it was fun. I liked it. After that, I watched Dodo, which is not about dodos. There's a oh yeah, Dodo. Um, so oh yeah, this is it's a or series of short films. Um, blank Blanky from French. Oh, that's hilarious. Um, yeah, Blanky. And that's funny. Yeah, on Google they show dodos as being just like stuffed animals and stuff. Um, but frick. And of course, if you search an anime, it'll come up with just anime ones. But yeah, Dodo. It's a sort of it is a moving painting. Um, and I know Ghibli made a moving painting similar to it, but it's it's like there's no story. The background art is cool, like it's well drawn. Um, there's no characters, nothing happens. There's no voice acting, of course. I think there was music. Yeah, no, there's definitely music, but it's a moving painting, and if you've never seen a moving painting before and want to see one, uh, honestly, just watch the Ghibli one. Although this one's shorter. This one's shorter. So if you wanna like dip your toes into like the concept of moving paintings, this one's only 14 minutes, whereas the Ghibli one is like 40. Um, what was the Ghibli one called again? Let me check. Because the Ghibli one, I I didn't I didn't think it was bad. This one, Iblard Gcan. Oh no, I did put it as 4 out of 10, so bad. So and this one, Dodo, I actually gave a higher score to, although people on Mal in general gave it a lower score. Um, so which one you watch is really up to you, or if you want to watch both, like go ahead. If you want to watch one and then the other, well, this one's shorter, so it's kind of an easier one to get into. But both of them, it's just stuff. You just look at a screen and there's just like things there. Um, I don't know. If you want to watch it, go ahead. It's kind of weird that there's more than one of those. And after that, I watched Zanting Rango Chagungle. Or pause, let me check the walkthrough first. I'll just call it Zanting, because that's easy. But yeah, this is a Donghua, and it the two main girls are cute. Um, there's like the silver one and the gold one. The silver one being the protagonist, and and they're cute. And she was it Liu was the main character. Yeah, Liu. Um, and Liu is she has shorter hair. Um, it's it's like the main characters are two girls, but it's not really Yuli. Or it doesn't feel like it's intended so much as Yuli. Um, but it's pretty generic isekai. Um, which which I wasn't what I was hoping for. I think I guess like Donghua have those as well. Like I've seen what was it, Beauty Blogger, and that one was also pretty generic isekai. Although that one at least had some interesting elements to it. This one, she gets just teleported to this world, and then she has some issues, and then she's like, oh, let me check the walkthrough. So it's like intended to be very video game adjacent, where she's allowed to do things like checking the walkthrough, and there's like an NPC that she skips the dialogue on. Although she kind of makes amends with the NPC later, and they sort of become friends. But it's it's like that as a concept isn't a bad idea. Um, like we've seen characters get taken into video games, and sometimes it's a video game that they just kind of go in and out of, like in Bafuri, where it's just like we all know it's a video game. They do video game things in there, but it also feels sort of isekai like because it's like a VR game. Um, or what was it? King's Avatar was also a bit like that. But um and this one, like it doesn't feel unique enough. Like it feels like they had an idea that could have been cool, but they didn't really play enough with that. Like the idea of like the main girl kind of treating this isekai just as the video game that she likes to play. Like she's 30, she's into games, but she doesn't have that much time to play them. And now she's dead, and or no, I think she just gets sucked into it. She didn't even die. She just kind of gets casually sucked into the isekai, and then she just kind of like for the first bit it really more heavily plays into the video game aspect, and then it just kind of flows into generic isekai-ness, and it's like, oh, like yeah, there is something there. There was some potential, but but then it just kind of, yeah, it just back into genericness, um, into mediocrity. So yeah, you could watch it, but you probably are anything it did well, you've already seen in another anime. Like, let's be honest. There's nothing in it that it does better than something you've already seen. So, like, if you've already seen, like, 5 isekai, there's really no point in watching this unless you're just on an isekai binge and need a bunch of garbage isekai to binge through. And then, if you're complaining about there not being enough isekai, then here's another one. China's on it as well. But yeah, it's really not that great. And after that, I watched Fuyu no Okurimono, and this is one I actually subtitled. Winter Present is in English, um, but yeah, I subtitled this recently. So I don't subtitle stuff very often anymore, but I did subtitle this one. Um, uh, and it comes up with English sub right there. Mine, yeah, the one I made. Which is cool. But maybe that's like I noticed that a lot of my views on the video are external, so maybe it is because of the fact that um that my video got onto the front page here, that people are watching it from there. But yeah, it's fun. It's about a girl who makes this little this very small snowman. She calls it a daruma, which is like a kind of kid's toy. It's like usually made of wood. That's like representing a little person, like a sort of doll. Um, and she calls it like a yukino daruma, like a snow doll, which is fitting. Like that makes sense that it's like this kind of little snow doll as opposed to a true snowman that's like man sized. Um, but she kind of just like adopts it and puts it in the freezer, and then it turns into a yeti for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. I guess snowmen can turn into yetis sometimes, and not. I guess not completely unlike like Frosty the Snowman. Like it's I guess a similar like an adjacent sort of story to that of like, um, it is similar to Frosty. If you liked Frosty the Snowman, like this is kind of like the Japanese version of it. Um, but yeah, it's like she makes this little tiny snowman, and then it turns into a yeti who has a giant nose. But he's a hard pet to keep, but he does keep her company, which is nice. I thought it was sweet. I thought it was like a sweet short story. Um, I would recommend it, not just because like you can, because I'm like, patting myself on the back of like, oh, go ahead and watch my anime. But like it's generally, if you're into short stories. If you're not into short stories, like it's not like an amazing anime, but for a 12-minute short, it's really not that bad. um like it's kind of a cool story. um and it kind of, it works as long as it is. Like I have seen, say, like I think a 90-minute film based on Frosty the Snowman, and it kind of feels like it drags on. Like it doesn't really deserve to be that long. And I feel like it's similar to this one. Like if this was a 90-minute film, it would have felt fillery. It would have felt like there was too much there. And there's not a ton of dialogue in this one. Like I subtitled this in one day, and I would not have been able to do that if it had like a whole bunch of dialogue. Um, but yeah, it was a fun anime. Um, and after that, I watched. Um, Watashi no hashtag ga hainakute. Um, oh yeah, this is one of two anime. Um, they're both about like fishing, and so there's the one I'm talking about next is gonna be about the same thing, but this one, like, there's a fishing aspect to it, there's a sci-fi aspect to it. It's like they're they're like, I don't know, set in like sometime in the future, and um and they do things, and they do stuff together, and it's set in the future, and they have like all this cool technology and stuff. But it's fun. I feel like subtitles could have helped. I think one of these two actually in sometime in the past had subtitles, but then those subtitles just lost media now. But it was cool. Um, and then there's I think the first one was the hashtag one was kind of leaned more heavily. Okay, it says depicts a smart city where everyone can comfortably and safely live with the use of advanced technology. It also depicts worries of job seekers. The anime's title and theme reflects vexing issue to describe Kyocera's extensive business in just one word to move job seekers. Interview. Okay. Um, please describe yourself in one word. So it is about, I guess, job seekers. I'm not sure if it's like AI or like technology to find jobs. Oh yeah, and this one I think is more heavily fishing based. Um, or if it's like using the AI to replace jobs, and now job seekers are scared because there's fewer jobs to go around. I'm not entirely sure, but um, I don't know. They're both fun. Like there's not a huge amount of content there, and again, they are not translated. Um, maybe I can do that. I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. Um, it's I don't know. I kind of showed some interesting things, but I guess it is probably to just kind of calm people down, to be like, this we have this where our technology is continuing to advance, but it's not gonna make things more difficult for you. Here's how to like improve yourself. I don't know. But anyway, it's interesting. Um, and now the last anime before. Oh no. So we have a Ken Kale in the middle here, but um, Horimiya is next. Um, yeah, Horimiya is next. I feel like I really enjoyed Horimiya, but I don't have a crazy amount to say about it. Like it feels like it's kind of just a fairly like a standard idea, but just executed really well. Um, it's a rom com, or no, not even a rom com. It's like a romance, like it's a true romance. Although there's obviously gonna be some comedy, like can't be no comedy. There's gotta be some, but it feels more romance heavy than a lot of rom coms do. Um, and part of that is just how like quickly they get into it. Like the confession happens, and I don't really want to spoil things, but there is a confession in like the first couple episodes. Like it it's really it's not just your typical anime where they take like 24 episodes to like have someone confess, and then they get rejected, and it's like, oh, and now read the manga. Like it's not like that, which is good because that's boring and that's normal, and we have too many of those. Um, there are, what was it? Takagi-san drags it out, but they like at least get there, and it's cute, and it feels really satisfying when it happens. Although there was a lot of other comedy that happened before then, so it didn't feel boring. Um, but yeah, this one just kind of goes straight to the point, which is refreshing. It's nice to have it just kind of all happen. Also, that the anime is way shorter than the manga. I didn't really clue into that. Like, I knew that the anime skipped a lot of the manga, but when you actually look at the scale of it, the manga is 16 volumes, the anime is 13 episodes, and it is a full adaptation. Like, it fully adapts the whole story. So it is literally less than a single episode per volume, which is crazy. Like, um, yeah, like that's kind of insane. I think like I've seen ones that are like that rushed as well. Like, what was it, number six? That was um, Number six, I think, was nine light novel volumes adapted into 11 episodes. And a light novel volume does just contain more information than a manga volume. So that's already pretty, pretty condensed. Um, but Zetman was also like that. I think that was 18 volumes adapted into 13 episodes. So that's even more intense than this one. Um, but yeah, there are definitely some manga out there that just got really truncated adaptations, and so I think that's probably why this feels so efficient. Where it's like, oh wow, somehow they're already in love, and it's like, well, in the manga, this took a lot longer to happen. Um, I've heard that the anime is mostly just kind of fan service for the manga fans. So that it's kind of like, oh, everyone wanted an anime of this. Here you go. Here it is. It's all the best beats of the manga, all in anime form now. Everyone's happy. Um, and if you haven't read the manga, I guess you can watch it too. Who cares? But and I haven't read the manga, but I don't know. It was fun. I'm not reading the manga. Maybe that is part of where some of my problems with it do come from, because I did notice that like the characters, some of them are more interesting than others. But also like a lot, there are other kind of like side relationships that also happen very quickly, that like in a rom-com you might have like it take 24 episodes for like one couple to form, and this one is like 12 episodes and I think it's like 3 or 4 couples formed. Like, it's just like everyone has a relationship now. um Bear the Bears. It's all hetero too. um but yeah, it's like it's kind of just intense just how quickly everything happens. Um, I've heard we're getting a um, like I guess a spin-off, or no, a side story. Um, Horimiya Peace, which is the whole point of this, is just the anime skipped a lot, so this is just kind of adapting extra stuff from all of the stuff they skipped. Um, I guess probably there are anime fans that was like, you know what, maybe we should get some of the other stuff, like not all of it, but like the anime is a little too condensed. Um, Also, Hori's dad was interesting. I liked him as a character. Like, he, um, I guess his name is also Hori because that's their surname. Um, but yeah, he has really long hair. Um, and he's, yeah, supportive of trying to pick out a baby name for them. But yeah, he just like immediately attaches to Miyamura, um, which is interesting. And also Hori's younger brother immediately attaches to Miyamura as well, and kind of like adopts him as another brother, or as a brother, because I guess he doesn't have a brother. And it's like, oh, there's another guy in the house now. He's my brother. um, and not just casual like on Nissan kind of vibes, but like actually as a genuine brother. Um, but yeah, it's neat. And yeah, the art is cute. Like all the characters are really cute together. And they're cute just on their own, but they're also cute together. Um, although because again we don't have like a crazy amount of time with any of them, like if it was really long, then some of these like side relationships could have been fleshed out like really well, and we could have like seen gone on these different paths and stuff. Um, yeah, Miyamura has an interesting aesthetic to him because he, I guess, in kind of what I would say like a similar vibe to like what I've heard girls talk about of like that they do things aesthetically that's just for them, like say things like wearing makeup or wearing certain clothing, where I've heard someone refer to it as I want to be the prettiest woman in the room. um, that it's not even like it's not like to impress other women or to like try to attract a man, but it's more just to feel better about themselves. And that he kind of has like Miyamura as a guy, kind of has a similar thing going on with like his piercings. I can't remember if he had tattoos as well, um, but I think he might have. Um, but he has like those things going on, but then he'll cover them up when he goes to school. And it's not like he has like a bunch of like punk friends outside of school who really appreciate this aesthetic of his. He's doing it just for himself. Like he just likes to feel that way, um, which which is interesting. Like and there are some of those interesting things about just people. I guess in that way, like some of these girls or some of these characters do feel like yeah, kind of genuine people in that way. That like people just kind of do weird things. They don't always have a good explanation for it. Oh yeah, Shu was interesting. I liked Shu's sister. Like the fact that oh yeah, Yura Shu and Yura Matoko, um, that or Motoko, that I mean, one thing she's adorable. She has the short green hair. I do like her uniform. It's cute. Um, but also like she's like really kind of shy and laid back and like down to earth. Um, and but then like that kind of vibe of not being all that kind of engaging is also the way that Shu acts at home, even though Shu doesn't Shu like goes like the opposite direction at school. Like he's really energetic, he's really happy, but then he'll go back home and kind of act in like a similar way to his sister. um, which is interesting, and it's not really explained like which is I don't remember which was his kind of like true form, or if they're kind of both. But yeah, he's an interesting character. Um, there was another girl, yeah, Honoka, um, who I think she had the crush on. No, wait, no, she was the. I swear she was the Was she the lesbian? I think so. I think she might have actually had a crush on Hori. which is interesting. So yeah, so it's not a totally hetero, like I guess like polygon, like a love polygon, but we have her. It's like um I think she says it as like I don't want to let um what was her wording? It was something like I don't want that like dirty boy Miyamura to take over my hori. Like she's like really into to Hori, and she's tiny as well. Um, like what was it? Hori and Miyamura are actually like right around the same height as each other. Um, like I guess yeah, like she's like a couple inches shorter than him. Whereas Honoka is like she's like significantly shorter than both of them, and which kind of gives off funny vibes when she's like, like super confident about what she says, and she like tries to be all big and imposing, like don't touch my girl, and meanwhile she's just like this tiny little girl. um, but yeah, it's we have Justin Cook as a producer. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Justin Cook is interesting to be part of the animated industry. um, the producer from Funimation, yeah, from Funimation, but he did produce the anime itself. Like it's not like he was just like an ADV director. Um, but yeah, it's a neat anime. Like I wouldn't say it's the best, and I think because it is so compact that it feels like they probably didn't do as much as they probably could have. Um, but like overall, with 12 episodes or 13 episodes, I think they did do a good job. And it feels like a proper story. It doesn't feel like it's not something like God of High School where it's like it's where the anime is kind of just supplemental to the source material. Like it does stand on its own, even if it is condensed. And yeah, it's good. It's a good show. And I've talked for a while now. Um, you know what? All of all of these music videos, I really don't have that much to say about them. So we could just kind of bang them all out. Starting off with Kimoto Kono Shunkan. So these are all Irodori Midori. And this one has the same characters as the TV anime of Irodori Midori. And I don't know, it's kind of nice to see them again. I feel like they have updated their animation at least a little bit. Like it does feel more animated, but this one is kind of mediocre. Um, I just rock though was a bit better. This felt a bit more animated, and like the music was a bit better. Um, After School Emotion though, it kind of I felt like it kind of retracted a bit. Oh yeah, it's those girls again, but it's I don't know, it's okay. It's cute, but it's not great. Um, Day by Day Crisis song was again like it's not amazing. Just just another run of the mill. Um, yeah, Yara Nakia Ikanai Koto Bakuri. Oh yeah, and this one's set on the beach, which is kind of fun. And I think what was it? I think it did feel a little bit more animated, although like it is still mostly still frames. Um, well, it's still a lot of still frames that are kind of just kind of thrown around and animated at least a little bit, but still mostly still frames. Um, which still kind of gives off those sort of like low quality vibes to it, which is kind of what you expect from a Yordari Metery, but it's just not amazing. Um, After that, I finished Ken Kole Itsuka Ano Umide, um, which is second season of Ken Kole. You might wonder why I watched the second season of Ken Kole when the first season was garbage, and I watched it like, God, how many years ago? 8 years ago, I think. Yeah, it's over 8 years ago, or over 8 years ago since I started it, but I guess 6 since I finished it. Um, but it's garbage then. It's garbage now. This one does focus on different girls, but the girls it focuses on are actually less interesting than the girls from the first one. Um, like the main chick is Shigure, and she's just boring. Like she just doesn't really have much going on. Um, and Mogami, I kind of like her outfit. It's kind of interesting to have like the sort of seifuku, but it's with shorts instead of a skirt. That's interesting, but like personality wise, she's kind of boring. Yamashiro, like I don't remember her. Same with Fuso. These were main characters? I don't remember them. I voiced by Fujita Saki, the who is the girl who lent her voice to Hatsune Miku. Uh, that's interesting, but oh yeah, neither was interesting. And all the main girls from like the first season, they still exist, or like the ones that didn't die still exist, but they're still boring. Um, well, yeah. Overall, it's just boring. I didn't like it. I wouldn't recommend watching it. After that, back to Rotary Meadery. Meshi Mase Rock and Roll Party. Um, yeah, it's not great. Just just whatever. Um, uh, Keisera Sarah Kiso Kyoku. This one I liked. This one I did like. It felt better. It was, um, I don't know. I felt like it had more going on. And like the visuals were a bit more impressive, and it was just cooler in general. Um, Noise, Nankin Noise ni Kiko Eru. This one also felt like a little bit better. It was a bit more enjoyable. I just realized that the order that they're on my anime list are not actually the order I watched them in. That doesn't matter. Um, Everything for a Reason is the next one here, and this one I actually liked. It was pretty good. The animation was a bit more animated. The music was actually a bit better as well, and just in general, it's a better anime. Yeah, I liked it. I guess I'd recommend it. I would recommend it. Melty 17 is kind of back to the basics. The song is kind of boring. And there's just one girl in it, and her animation kind of looks a little janky, but it's mostly still frame ish. It's kind of like it's sort of like an animated sprite. Like it kind of has the same sort of things, and it kind of moves over a little wonkily. I didn't really like it. Uh, Jack the Game. I liked this one, and this one's it has more of like a rap aesthetic to the singing, which I thought was really cool. Uh, because we just don't really get that much in anime. to have, and it doesn't sound like fake rap. Like you'll hear like the yo yo something yo, like that kind of Japanese rap. It's not quite like that. Like it feels like they genuinely put effort into making the song. Um, and the the animation, it's not the greatest, but it it's at least better than like basic rotary metery. Like you can tell that from like these these newer works that they've at least tried a bit more. Um, After that, I watched Shotai Hanmei Nameless Girl, and this was fine. Whatever. Um, and then Blueprint. I just watched that today. Oh yeah, the in terms of character designing, they all have fishnets on, which is an interesting choice. There is also a bit of like a blueprint aesthetic to the anime itself. Like they have like blueprints on screen and stuff, just kind of like a neat touch. Overall, like the song's not amazing, the animation's not amazing, but it's all right. Um, Limits was the next one, and Limits was whatever. I don't know. It's all right. Um, I don't have Get a Life. It really doesn't suit its name. It's not about getting a life. Like it's a good message. You should get a life, but it's not like the the title really has much to do with the anime. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Hope to see you again next time, and goodbye.